per week. Besides their behaviors in terms of coffee consumption is also very supportive to Cong business. First of all, as my partner has said before, the businessmen and women in Japan are very curious to try and experience new culture and environment. However, due to the limited time they have for recreation, instead of spending more time to go on vacation somewhere, they would prefer to have go to some bar or coffee shop near their workplace with their co-workers to enjoy the atmosphere or to relax and socialize after work. Besides, this group also has the potential to become franchise model investor as the retirement age in Japan is 60 years old. After the businessmen and women in Japan have reached their age of 50, they will start to consider finding other options for sources of income to invest more and prepare for their afterlife in the future. So in conclusion, this group has a lot of advantages. They have the highest income level, the highest consumption rate, the intention to invest, and moreover, the supportive behavior. Now we'll talk about the position strategy.
Hello everybody, I'm Lee. I want to recommend some positioning strategy for Cong. Our group realized that Cong can positioning itself as a premium coffee brand. Besides offering some special drink with the Vietnamese recipe, Cong can also sell the coffee reward, which is the best sell coffee in the Japan market. Because that this coffee has the reputation of high quality and it's the most expensive coffee in the world, so selling this product is a good way to help Cong to attract and create a perception of high premium coffee brand to the Japanese customer mind. And in Japan market, can sell this kind of coffee at the price of 3,000 dollars. And besides that, our targeted customer are salarymen and women who don't have much time to travel, so they always buy a coffee with a virtual trip to experience. So positioning strategy Cong can use is a window to Vietnam. And as you can see from the positioning map, Cong can positioning by two attributes, which are the cultural experience and Vietnamese coffee. Other competitors like Starbucks, Truly, or Ultimate, which are the popular brand coffee in Japan, they don't positioning themselves as a cultural experience, which means they just offer the coffee, but don't care much about the cultural experience the customer can enjoy in the coffee shop. And another attribute they can use are price and quality. But Cong can positioning as high brand like Starbucks. They are premium, but they provide they give the customer the high quality, but with the reasonable price. So Cong can show you that, and after that, our partner will analyze the 4B analysis.
I'm going to talk about the product strategy. So we recommend that Cong should use the product adaptation and communication extension strategy for their products. That is, Cong should keep their color, its signature color and the theme, but the products they should adapt with the local taste. The reason behind it is that by maintaining the signature color and promotion pictures in store, Cong can keep its core value and its uniqueness. So Cong can differentiate themselves among all local competitors in Japan. And because Japanese customer wants to have new experience, so if Cong can offer something different, they can attract more customer. In terms of products, Cong should adapt their products into the local taste. This is because Japanese have its own coffee culture. Maybe Japanese customers are not ready for brand new products because they are used to their regular coffee taste. So if Cong offering the 100% Vietnamese coffee taste, it would be pretty risky. And because Japanese has its own local criteria for product quality, so if Cong enter Japanese market, Cong has to adapt the product so as to meet the local criteria for the quality. So besides offering signature products with adapt taste, Cong should also offering canned coffee because in Japan, vending machines are everywhere and Japanese customers love buying drink from the vending machines because it is very convenient and time saving for them. The potential competitors of Cong like Starbucks have already introduced their canned coffee in Japan. So if Cong can introduce canned coffee of Cong in Japan, Cong will increase its popularity. And also because Cong want to position themselves as a high premium brand, so Cong should include Visual Coffee into its menu because Visual Coffee is known as the world's most expensive coffee, and because Cong core value is to bring Vietnamese culture into the world, so Cong should consider cooperate with Maru Chocolate and Vietnamese, which produce dry food, so as to introduce more Vietnamese products to Japanese customers, so as to give the customer variety of choice. And also because the medium to high social class in Japan, they love going to the cafe for breakfast, so Cong should also consider giving breakfast set. And last but not least, Cong should cooperate an open kitchen because Japanese customer is very health conscious. So if Cong can show customer how they make the coffee from beans to cup, it could gain the customer trust and they will have the loyalty to the brand. In terms of pricing strategy, we need to think of the fact like the customer perception on price, the intensity of competitors. So in terms of the perception, customer perception on price, we have found that Japanese customers is very price sensitive. Data have shown that 83% of them doing comparison when going shopping. 56% of them could sacrifice a little bit of quality for a better price. They also design high quality products with a reasonable price. Therefore, Cong should build the brand as a brand that offering high quality product but with reasonable price. And because in Japan there are many coffee shops, so Cong has many competitors. Therefore, it is recommended for Cong that Cong should not go exceed the price of its competitors. Therefore, the recommended price for the regular cup of drink is around here is like 330 yen, which is around 3.9 USD. It is the price that we recommend for the regular drinks like the coconut coffee. However, Cong can use price skimming strategies for the Visual Coffee. Cong can set high price for this to earn more revenue. And now for the entry mode, my friend will talk about.
Okay, thank you. So now it's about the place. Now you know that's our market in Japan. So how can we enter to the difficult market in the world right now? So we recommend that Cong Coffee should use the franchise strategies. But in Japan, no one know about Cong Coffee because it's just getting a little famous in Vietnam. So I recommend that Cong should start their own store in Japan first to attract a lot of customers in Japan. So after that, a lot of customers in Japan come to Cong Coffee. So the investor may think that this is a promising franchise, so they may invest in the brand. So after they operate some first store, so they can now getting some money from franchise. Our recommendation about opening the brand store, that they should open the store in the crowded area. For example, I have here is the Shinjuku area. This is the most famous shopping, entertaining, marketing in Japan. So they should focus about this. But the price to land in this area is quite high. It's about 30,000 USD per square meter. So at the first time,
and you recommend us to open this ourselves?
Yeah. That's in the first step, Cong Coffee might have no profit at all. But after that, a lot of if Cong Coffee doing well, a lot of customer may care, and the investor may recognize your brand. And next is according to our research, that the medium brand franchise brand in Japan the investor had to pay about 100,000 USD, is about 40 million yen. So that is may for the Cong Coffee may be lower a little bit, but it's also very promising for the Vietnamese brand. So it is very reasonable price for Cong Coffee. So next we'll talk about the promotion, how to promote your brand.
So we will come up with 3 promotions. First one is outdoor marketing. We will set up a small booth in the weekday morning, like 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. to get free sample for salarymen and women in Shinjuku's train stations. Because the Shinjuku train station is really crowded, full of salarymen and women who take train to their work. And we will need to have 3 staff that wearing Vietnamese traditional outfit like áo dài, áo bà ba, or Vietnamese show leader to attract the customer and to fulfill the experience of new culture. And furthermore, Cong is the totally brand new brand in Japan, so we need to do some promotion to raise our brand awareness. Like if we have 20 order in the same company, we need to give them the chance to, like Sweet Tech, to win the virtual coffee. It's not $3,000, and this will rise our brand position into premium brand. So next.
So it's kind of about on time, so we should end now. So do you have any questions for us? Because we have more 2 slides, but I think we don't have time for it. And this one and this one. So you have questions for us, or you want us to continue?
Okay. Actually, could you finish that 2 slides? Very quickly.
Okay, sure. That another marketing tool that we recommend for company change the format and content of the website. These are English and Vietnamese. Chinese people would prefer to have a version written in their own language. About the article about what is Vietnamese coffee, like coconut coffee or milk coffee, or how to make it in order to increase awareness of Chinese customer about what is Vietnamese coffee, because like they have no idea what it is, and this is the way to educate them. And in addition, because the target customer they have the curiosity of experience new culture, and want to position themselves like they can fulfill these needs. So it's important for them have the container photo that related to Vietnamese culture. For example, instead of using the picture of the foreigner using coffee, I think you should replace this with the Vietnamese photo, Vietnamese people, or destination. That's anything that relates to the Vietnamese culture experience. Another marketing tool is the viral marketing, especially social media. Creating a video that funny music or fear or something appears and any topic that salarymen or women care about. You don't need to add your coffee product or brand name in the content at all, as long as it's interesting that it will become viral and a lot of people will know about your brand. For example, do you know the precious Michelin star come from? It's come from an automotive tire brand company in France named Michelin. They rank the restaurant and they evaluate the restaurant and rank them in the guidebook and give it free for their customer. Then the customer is really curious about the restaurant and drive down throughout France to eat food. And gradually it's become famous and a lot of people know about that brand and the brand associated with the premium and high quality brand too. So that's it, our presentation. So thank you for listening.
Thank you.